Cue the music. Hi there, this is Jim the Keys bartender coming to you from Key Largo. I'm here with Jenna Kelly and Tyler Kelly. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Oh, that's good you said hi, guys, too. It's episode 174, the Keys Bartender Rescue, or Keys Bartender
Keys
Rescue.
Bartender Rescue.
And that should give you a hint.
We're
of what
rescuing
we're
Jim.
going to eventually talk about. But last week we were coming back from a little hiatus, and we did one show. And I left out and I don't know if it's interesting, but it led to an idea. It's, when you're traveling and you go to one of these, you go to an airport. We were in Philadelphia. I was in Philadelphia, and after deboarding the plane, there was went into the restroom. There was a first class passenger next to me that I noticed that was sitting in front of me because I was the last seat before first class. And the guy's closer to the edge of where this heavier short guy comes in, and he takes his shirt off and drops his pants and underwear around his ankle.
At the urinal.
At the urinal.
Right, not in the enclosed
and you look over your shoulder, and there's like 8 stalls empty. I'm looking around and go, holy shit. I look over there and I see him. And then I look over my right shoulder and I look at the stalls and I go, wow, this is interesting. If you need to disrobe to use a urinal, maybe
you should use a stall. But
stall.
I mean,
and the first class guy, I just thought, how he took his shirt way
all
off.
the way off.
I just saw belly and ass. Luckily, the belly was so big that you're not going to see.
Yeah, he had a dicky-doo?
Dicky-doo. Yeah,
right.
The belly stuck out more than the dicky-doo.
Maybe he was worried about the splash area, but, if your pants are all the way around your ankles, that's like the worst place for your pants to be.
No, I had a theory that he just got off a plane, how tiny the stalls are in the restroom stalls. I flew on Spirit, and it has the little accordion door. And if you are, I am 6'4", 235, and I got up to 236, let's say. 35. I think I'm down to 235. Yeah. I got almost to 250. Oh my God. I don't know, because I turn around and my shoulders can't square in there. Square in the urinal.
Sideways.
What?
You could, bank it up.
You got to turn, you turn your head and you do it there. And I'm not enormous.
You're not a massive human being.
I'm not massive.
But you are taller than average.
He's got broad shoulders, too.
Yes.
So.
No, and turn around and this guy,
at least he's not
holy shit, he probably was waiting because there were guys running off the plane. These 2 young guys I told you about, they were trying to leave before we even got up to the gate. And it turned out that maybe they were like wanted to pee shy or shit shy, whatever on the plane. Like people don't feel comfortable doing that stuff. There's people I found that I didn't realize how there was a lot of people out there that don't like using public restrooms, which makes it really tough to go out. It doesn't sound like that would be a evolutionary thing.
I've heard
right?
people
because
that
people
are
always shit outside.
They're
They
home
always use
poopers. There's
I know,
people
but
that are
that's a
home
recent.
poopers.
I know, but inside toilets and all that stuff is only like 120, 150 years. So how in the hell is that like an evolutionary thing? People should be able to shit wherever they want to. Not that you should. Now, okay, wait. I'm not saying you should be free to
that
shit.
palm tree over there looks good.
I'm not saying you should be free to shit whatever you should want to.
Or you get a
but
toilet
you should
table.
be able to biologically, like you're enabled to go. Well, I got to go. I'm going to go right there. But something happened over the last 100 years and stuff where people get.
Maybe it's like the animals. Like my dog doesn't like it when I watch him poop. He turns around and looks at me.
Why are you staring at your dog pooping?
Because I make sure before we had the shit or before we had the gate, I'd have to make sure he didn't wander out
and
far.
get in front of your neighbor's yard.
So of course, he has to stay in the yard to poop. So I'd peek around the corner, make sure he's still there, and then he'd give me the scowly look
Well, I want people to know if
poop.
you're from New York City or Philadelphia or Washington D.C., Denver, whatever. People down in Key Largo are just as dismissive of picking up their dog's shit.
Well, he was.
I pick up my dog's shit.
Yeah.
I got a little dog, so it's not like.
Yeah,
I'm picking up.
As you can tell, I wait a couple days to make it worth the pickup in my yard. But yeah,
Well,
if I'm
your
out
yard,
walking or
your
something,
yard is
yeah.
your prerogative.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I'm
well-
out
If you're
walking,
someone,
I pick it up.
Well,
I know
it's
there's a lot of people that
Oh,
don't.
no, they
Though
don't.
they will go in front of your fucking house, and you have a big dog and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like a
and
human
there was
tree.
a show where I think it was Saturday Night Live where the guy decided to just run in front of someone's house and just take a shit. I would say it was in a Jim Carrey movie
That was
too.
Jim Carrey.
Me,
myself, and Irene, and he
where
was
took a shit.
shitting in the neighbor's
Yeah,
yard
reading his
with
paper.
the newspaper that he stole back from the lady.
So
that
yeah,
always
yeah,
stole
and he
things
should have
from.
wiped himself with the paper at the end of it. But yeah, that guy. I thought about that guy in the and I thought maybe he had to go so bad that it
That
wasn't
he had
just
to take his
it was
shirt
his
off.
shirt
Have
off.
you ever
He
watched a
ripped his.
heavy person take their shirt off and on though? Like that had to be
It's
a
not
chore.
a simple task. So if he had to go that bad and still had time to completely undress,
Well, you know what? If you unbutton your shirt and you have kind of like a rounded shoulder, it could slide right off you
So
and
he
stuff
was
like
wearing
that.
a
And then you
button-up
undo your
shirt?
pants. He just dropped the thing. But I thought I saw the first class guy and he goes, "You can insulate yourself from the plebes as much as you want by paying extra, but you use the airport restroom. There you go. You got something. You're seeing something." That you're not going to be able to forget for a while. I don't give a shit because I've been there. I've been in the bathrooms and I never had the guys put their legs over
I was
into
gonna
my
say,
stall.
Have you stripped down completely to use a urinal?
No, I don't even even in taking a shit. I don't
Yeah.
strip down completely. At home, I do because then I'm usually going. I don't mean to go into
Do you
detail.
take your shirt off when you poop at home?
You shower, you shave.
I go. Yeah, I do everything in a row. I do. That's the first thing I do. Or shave.
just
I may
eat-
shave. And then I do that,
Yeah.
but shower is the last
Yeah.
thing.
So you
and it's
shower,
always go
shit,
like
and
this.
shave.
Yeah,
Not
and then
shit,
whenever
shower, shave.
whenever I do
No,
that,
shave, shit, shower.
Chef, he shaved.
yeah, but shower's always the last.
Yes,
thing.
yes, has to
Shower's
be.
always the last thing for me.
But what if you had to poop in the middle of the day?
Then you go and do it.
But you're not going to take your shirt off to do it
Where am I?
at work.
No.
You're
No.
not going to take your shirt off in the closed bathroom door.
No, I'm not.
Like,
I'm
yeah,
not.
right.
I'm afraid of it laying around and
This is
stuff
our
like that.
podcast.
Right.
I just
So-
got to think about it for a second. I wanted to be
Wanna
truthful.
jump in?
Like anyway, I don't want to give a false statement there and
Right.
say something
If
I
you
wouldn't do.
literally went into the bathroom at the catch and took off your long sleeve shirt and your jeans
I don't
completely
really-
off all the way to the floor,
I wouldn't take my pants off.
but you might take your shirt all the way up just to poop.
You know, if I'm out, and
If I
have
was
to-
wearing, if it was one of those guys that had the long ass T-shirts and stuff like that, you might have to. But I don't wear
But-
my shirts aren't particularly tight or particularly loose, so I don't have that problem. And my stools aren't particularly tight and loose. That's funny you said that.
But
Okay, I hope you're not
Anyway,
eating right
yes,
now.
well,
We are doing it live.
Yeah, so
We
this,
are in a dinner hour.
this well,
I hope you're not having meatloaf or
Okay.
meatballs or kibasi or what else? A potato, a long dark potato.
dark potato.
No, but no. That's pretty much how much clothes. If I was wearing even
Or
wearing a
chocolate
suit.
soft serve ice cream, like in that movie,
Nutella.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
No. I swear to God, I don't normally have to drop trowel all the way.
No, and to be honest with you, if you're out in public and you got to poop, it's like it's very uncomfortable to drop.
Well, this guy was at a
No, I know.
at a urinal.
But if I have to poop out in public, in a public restroom,
Out in public. There's Tyler in the middle of the street.
If you're in the military, man, you used to do it in public all
Yeah.
the time. There were
but
no
I
walls.
would
You just sit
I'd
there.
rest my waistband on my knees, like
There was a friend of mine in my fraternity. He used to come in. I'd be shaving. I'd be getting ready to go. My buddy Mike. I don't want to say his last name unless he agrees to saying it, but it was my fraternity. He used to come in, take his shit, and he'd look at me while I'm doing. How you doing, Jimmy? And looking at me while he's taking a shit, looking at me right in the eyes.
And then you can hear the.
I
I go like this. I'm looking at him going, and I'm just looking dead on like a gunfighter. I'm taking a gunfighter thing. This guy, this is what he does, so it doesn't even matter. He doesn't have the gunfighter.
He's a
sorry.
comfortable pooper.
It's
I've
just a
had a
couple
couple
of-
buddies that we were that close to where, if someone was in the shower, in a 2-1 apartment,
Yeah.
yeah, no
You
big
can,
deal.
you can go in there and
Yeah,
get shit
I was-
while they're in their
yeah.
shower.
Especially if the guy eats a lot of salad and vegetables, it's no
Oh
big
my
deal.
God, I had
if
one
they had a
that
lot
was
of
like-
cheese.
The
cheese
used to
eaters.
love hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, that was horrible.
And that
That's
was the worst thing because I'd be in the shower and we had a shower curtain. and he would come in and not make a peep, and just
Would
sit
he
down
open
on
up the
toilet.
curtain?
No, and just sit down and start pooping.
And then you start
And all of
saying-
a sudden, the smell's coming over into the shower. And I open it up,
Wafting
and he's
in.
like,
And
hey.
it's all steamy, like
And
it's like
steamy,
steamy
I guess
poo.
it may enhance it, right?
Yeah.
Hot, steamy poo.
And then his farts throughout the day. Oh my god, he would clear the whole entire apartment. Yeah.
It's awful.
Well, he would have been a pleasure, and that's the thing on. Oh, so talking about that, yeah, being concerned about using. I did at one time. I've only taken a shit once on an airplane.
I don't think I ever have.
It's quite a experience.
Imagine if
Do
you're
you
a loud
flush?
shitter.
No, it doesn't matter if you're in the back of the plane. The engines are there and stuff like that. You don't hear shit. You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything. It's too loud. All those people and stuff like that. No, it's just when you open it up. You're just, oh my god! You got some maybe.
And I'm a match user in my house. So after I poop, we light a match.
A nice
And you can't do that on
No,
an
you can't do
airplane.
it. You can't disable it. If you got some cute flight attendants out there and you open it, it's like you're.
And they
a piece
always see who always comes out of
Yeah,
there.
you're
they,
a piece of shit.
They hear that door and they're like looking. So there's no incognito.
So you always, and everyone, actually everyone knows.
Mhm.
Everyone knows, and they know how long, and they know the frequent users.
Yeah.
There was a lady running up the last trip was running up the aisle to use the first class, and she did it so quickly that they wouldn't stop her. Right? She'd go up there and just go right in. Just go up there and go right in. Did 3 times. I'm like, oh my god, that's one of those things. What do they call that? She IBS or something like that. She probably ate
Irritable
it.
bowel
What's the
syndrome.
one with the Cinnabon? She probably went to Cinnabon or whatever, and it had a Cinnabon egg sandwich or whatever, and
Like
you
a
decided you
frappuccino.
thought that was a wise move before you got on a plane.
Frappuccino
Yeah.
with milk.
Yeah, and then there's the people that fucking. There's one of the best bars in any airport, Chicky and Pete's in Philadelphia. They got the airport concession. Every terminal, it's great. It's a great restaurant. They have real Philadelphia food and it's a fun bar. But I'm sitting there. I don't drink the last 2.5 hours before I get on a plane because I don't want to have to get up and walk back and forth. Use the tiny fucking closet door to try to get in there and pee. I'm gonna have to pee anyway, but I'll do it once. I won't have to do it 3 times. But you're drinking. Once that seal's broken, and you're drinking a lot. I was drinking bourbon and some beer. If I was doing
a
that,
couple times, we're there 2 hours ahead of time, and we go straight to the bar, and their glasses aren't normal pint glasses. They have the big stouts.
Yeah.
And we're tossing a couple of those back, a Bloody Mary or two, a shot, and
It depends on the time of day that you're flying.
wait
that's true.
about 15 years, Tyler, and then you'll see. You'll see what that's like up there, and then you're gonna have to go once. It's just only a certain amount of liquid your bladder's going to hold anyway.
the worst is when you're like in a window seat
Yeah, and you got to
and you
tell
have
everyone to
2
fucking
people
move.
that you don't know next to you. Yeah, that always sucks.
I was a middle one, and but I waited for the woman to get up, and I said, "Hey," when we were getting up, I said to the guy on the way back, our way back from Philadelphia, I told the guy, I said, when she gets up to use the bathroom, we should all get up to use the bathroom, right? And the guy says, "Why?" And I said, "Well, you're going to be reluctant. You seem like a nice guy. You're going to be reluctant to ask us to move. Why don't we just go and use it? It's an hour before the end of the flight, so we've been in the air an hour and 40 minutes. Then we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to rush out of plane." That's strategy.
Imagine if the smell follows somebody back from the bathroom and they sit next to you.
It is tangible sometimes.
Oh my God.
It is when it's real thick. It seems
Yeah.
like it follows you. It becomes almost a gaseous liquid solid that follows you
Yeah.
right through there, and it's like you put
Then
a
you got to
chain
sit
on.
next to that
It's like
person
the-
for the next 15 minutes until it finally
the smell,
aerates.
the atoms are like pervious to your clothes or
Yep.
something, and they
Yeah.
follow you back. The last time I had flight, though, I missed my flight because there was a fatal car fire on a turnpike, getting to Fort Lauderdale Airport. Missed my flight. Got stuck there. No exits. Just stuck. And I called my brother, and we're Delta Sky Miles members.
Yeah.
And he was going through a divorce and was mad at his wife, so he called Delta, and he's like a platinum member.
Yeah.
And he said, well, remove my wife as my permanent travel companion and add my sister instead. So they upgraded me to first class. I had no idea. Mind you, I drove
When you
Tyler's-
got there.
Yeah, and they pushed me right through TSA. I went through no lines. I went through nothing.
Yeah.
I got it. And then they were like, well, you have about an hour before the next flight, so, why don't you go see the bar? And I'm like, okay. So I had a giant Bloody Mary. And I get on the plane, I land and it was amazing to sit in first class. I was like, wow, this
Did
is
you ever
cool.
go to the first class lounge?
Well, so when I
Sky
got
Lounge.
to Atlanta, my brother is texting me links to the maps for the different terminals, and of course his travel agent had made my arrangements to change
Yeah.
flights and everything. That's why I got pushed through so fast. And I ended up going to the Delta Sky Lounge, and 4.5 hour layover till the next flight to
Wow.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Free drinks, free buffet.
And I had endless mimosas for about 4 hours.
And they paid you, right?
Oh.
When you're flying, when they're boarding?
Yeah, they come tap you on the shoulder. And they're like, Mrs. Kelly, your flight is going to leave in 45 minutes. I'm like, oh, thank you. And of course, I'm half retarded by then because I was drinking just bottomless mimosas the whole time, watching football, actually. And when I got to Des Moines, I was finally sober. But it was like the coolest little airport. It looked like a really new little gas station. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With nice bathrooms.
So I'm like, oh gosh, this is great. I'm like, I walk out the front door, and I'm looking around because my brother left his truck there for me, brand new, like Denali, and I just look around, and like right in front of me, there it was, right across the street of the
Your
pickup.
brother left the truck?
He left his truck there for me, with the keys in the gas cap.
Uh-huh.
So I just walked right up to it, and of course my brother owns real estate companies. So it says Remax on the back of his truck. So I knew that was his truck.
Uh-huh.
And I walked up and I just opened up the gas cap, grabbed his keys, I got in and hooked up my Apple CarPlay, and after that I was kind of addicted. We bought in 2 brand
I
new
hope he
cars.
doesn't have it. I hope he doesn't have a Denali anymore. No, because now whenever it's parked at the airport
Right.
with the Remax thing on, people are always going to look for the gas.
Well,
Tell your brother.
he only left the keys in there because he knew I was
Oh,
flying.
I've done it. I've done it when I had my tires changed up in Publix by Brian Wheaton, the guy. When I had a flat tire, he went and did it and
Yep.
drove it over to my house. I mean, it's the nicest thing in the world. But now they got those apps where you can unlock it. You can just put the keys inside it and say, "Call call me," and I'll unlock
new
it.
truck today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do
See,
that.
and I don't know how any of that. Like at the time, of course, I was still driving my 1999 Celica GT, which was my car, but the car I drove to the airport was hilarious because it was Tyler's old Honda Accord that was like 3 different colors that used to have blue wheels.
Yeah.
So it's just this ghetto car. And then on my way back, of course, I was again upgraded to first class and had to find where I parked the car in Fort Lauderdale. So I just followed the red Delta line all the way back up to the very top level where I parked. And the car had flat tires, so there's all these people around me that were in first class as well. And I was wearing like a Key Largo Cactus Jack's
Was that Lauderdale? You said.
beer shirt, and a ponytail and flip.
Did you? Where'd you park? Where'd you park?
Way at the top of the parking ramp.
The first one or second one?
The second one.
The second one has only
the
listeners.
skylight
If you
thing.
ever get into Fort Lauderdale, there's 2 parking complexes at Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
One at the inside of the U, and one at the opening. And the one at the opening, when you come out, it's further out from the terminals, so you have to go into the main parking garage, and then you got to get to the right level. Because if you don't get to the right level, you got to walk like a half a mile to get to it, or they got a shortcut on the 3rd floor where it goes right across, and you got to walk up and down the
all
goddamn
over
things,
the
wait for it.
place,
Yeah,
and, yeah. Well, oh my gosh, it was.
I wrote down a parking space that I had.
I was. In
I had
such a
no
hurry
problem with
'cause
it.
missed
I knew
my
where it
flight.
was. I knew where it was. I just couldn't fucking get to it. Oh, the mosquitoes got. This is the reason I wore the long sleeve.
Finally back. Summer is here.
Today, for the last few weeks, a lot of the Latin guys at work have been teaching me like either naughty words, swear words, or funny words.
Yeah.
So today I learned wasasa.
What's wasasa?
Wasasa means a little bug, and then if you were to say wasasa here, that would be like a no-see-em or a mosquito. So then they tell
Is
you...
it dirty or anything?
Well, like the translation would be like if you're going to yell at somebody or call them like a little beetle or a little bug or a little jerk, something like that, you would call them a wasacito.
Wasacito?
Wasacito. So, of course, the wasas...
In the spin class I teach, there's a song called Boyo Boyo, and I don't know if it means anal sacs or something like that in Cuban Spanish, but it means something. Boyo, and then in part of the song he goes Boyo 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 Boyo. I'm like, holy crap! And then you see all the Spanish people in class looking with Latin people of Latin background from the Cuban Americans. Look at me and goes, do you know what that means? I said, do not know what that means. And I said, I think it's boyo in the American sense, the English sense, but maybe not. Maybe not. Because they didn't say any other Spanish during the song. And there's it's funny, I don't know how we segue this, but we're going to be talking about the bar rescue.
Yes. But
there's one other song, it's called Cannibal. And it's by the K with the dollar sign, Kesha? Kesha, is that the
Kesha.
Kesha.
Kesha. Oh, I said Kesha before, and someone corrected me and said, no, it's Kesha.
No, Kesha.
Kesha, okay, Kesha. And it's called Cannibal, and one of it's something, I'll eat your anus. I think it says I'll eat your anus.
What's it?
Cool.
Butthole is...
Coolio.
No, in Spanish.
No, that's a rapper.
Cuyo.
Coolio?
Cuyo.
Cuyo.
Cuyo is butthole in Spanish.
Butthole. Okay, yeah, Cuyo.
Yep.
What's the other one? Maricone's asshole.
No.
Maricón.
Maricón?
Yeah.
No, that's not an asshole.
What is that, dickhead?
No, that would be
what is it?
A very derogatory word for a gay person.
Oh, that's what it means?
Maricón? Yes.
Oh,
That
with
is
the
a
F-A-G-G-O-T?
Yes, I don't like that word. But yeah. And then Americanito.
It's funny they say it because some of the guys that do it do a lot of gay stuff.
Well,
and they say it, they do a lot of gay stuff, and you throw that word around a lot.
Yeah. Today they were telling me.
What?
Leche la Americón.
Okay, wait. Oh, milk?
Yep.
Milking a gay person?
Would basically be saying,
jerking off a gay person?
It would be like they came on you.
Oh.
Like a gay person came on you.
What's the difference if a gay person came on you or a straight person came on you?
Derogatory gay person word came on you.
Then what's the difference if a gay person or a straight person came on you?
Or if you say leche mariconito.
I mean,
like
if I imagine...
I mean, there's no difference.
Okay, so...
If I did that to you, Tyler, that would be worse and go, I just want you to know I'm straight.
Yeah.
Or
I think that would be worse if a straight guy did it rather than a gay guy.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, at least you're attracted to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
But what they usually say is leche la mariconito, which means like a little fairy came on you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would be Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, we talked about Steve. Yeah. One of my guys.
Okay, we're going to move on to the main topic while we're...
So let's do some bar rescue.
Yeah, it was the Keys Bartender Rescue. Can you...
I'm grabbing it.
Oh, my God, you're awesome. I saw my Abby and I love watching Bar Rescue, and one of the things I never understood about it was this guy John Taffer never got his ass kicked. I think it's Taffer, not Tapper, because Jake Tapper is what? Tafford.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go, has been very, and they do that it's a reality show that guy comes into a failing bar. Yeah, supposedly I put it. I put it,
reality.
Oh, that's funny that you said that because I put in the episode description. I put it in quotes. There you go. See,
Yep, now.
You just verified that without even saying. So he has opened many bars and casinos and blah 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 blah. And I guess
that's probably true.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
But you can't really. I mean, most of the things you could bring a host in.
Yeah.
And they can pretty much cover the same things he said. When he's looking at
staged.
the shit they watch. I mean, one point I saw in the opening they have a 5-gallon bucket, and there's 2 gallons of coagulated fat and 2 or 3 pans stuck in it. And I'm like, who the fuck does that?
I don't doubt all that shit. And
I mean, who does
how
that,
nasty
though?
I'm sure there are. But it's like, all right, so none of your employees are going to notice that there's brand new cameras all around there.
I know, the robotic cameras.
Yeah.
Just So, I mean, they can get button cameras. I think maybe, are they putting fake cameras in and stuff like that? And it seems like their behavior, there's no way a bar can exist. Even though you hear the people losing, like, they're in debt for $500,000, $300,000, $200,000.
Pretty sure the bank would have already taken their.
I know. I mean, but and they're
already.
still doing the crazy shit. There was one episode where the son of one of the owners rented, and well, actually, we're going to end with a part of it, rented out the bar after hours to someone to make a movie, and it was an adult movie, and they used the couch. Oh, the couch. He used the leather couch that was in front of the bar.
And people were still sitting on it.
And the people are sitting on it, and they're showing them the video, and they go, "Oh, fuck." You know? Yeah, there was no sheets on it or anything like that. It was just like, but it was probably polyurethane or something like that. So that stuff wipes off pretty good. That stuff wipes off pretty
Don't
good.
go in there with a black light.
Yeah, it looked like a glazed donut probably at the end of that stuff.
Blue glazed.
No, so they go in, they send in their undercover people, and they're gonna not be happy because if they did a really good job, I mean, there's a possibility, even with a bad bar, the people give good service, they make the drinks right and stuff like that, but they get, when you send in the fake the undercover people, they got to screw up.
Yeah, or else it wouldn't make the
It
show.
wouldn't make the show.
Well, of course, like we were saying, it's probably very scripted.
Yeah.
And, to enhance the drama. Otherwise, why would people watch it?
Yep, and I watched a lot of episodes. The one that really stuck up to me was in Youngstown, Ohio. Was the brothers, and one was a tremendous fuck up. Was kind of like it was pseudo bohemian. The brother that wasn't really working, and he had a weird hat on and stuff. They're in their late 40s, early 50s, and he has like babies hanging up, and knives next to him and stuff like that. Real dark shit up there. And the other brother's kind of working it. He ends up getting drunk during the he starts, the guy that's working it, which if you're working it, he's not the drunk one. The other one was the drunk one, but he gets drunk, and I'm thinking, why would he get drunk? And he just drinking, giving out shots and stuff like that. And his brother, who's a way bigger asshole than he is, isn't as drunk. So guy, I guess he had to get drunk.
Yeah, but 50% of the shows they do, at least one of the owners or managers is completely tanked.
Yeah, and this guy, and it seemed like it was by design. Because if this guy did that every night, they wouldn't have been in business for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. So he comes in. Tafford gets in an argument and starts yelling at something like, "You want to pass this on to your kids? Look at the fucking bottom of that glass." Blah 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 blah. And the guy's going back and forth. And I want to go back and forth to how Tafford yells at people, which I'm an asshole about that. But I think it's agreed upon. So the guy's going back and forth, and I think the brother fell on his sword to go and say, "Hey, listen, this is how bad I was. You're that way all the time." And he wasn't that night. That guy, the drunk brother, wasn't that way that night.
As far as how he screams at them, I think in reality, if part of this is true, I feel like a lot of those owners and managers and business partners need to have that aggression towards them to actually wake up, which is what he tells 90% of the people. You have to wake up and see what's going wrong here. So I don't think that he's wrong if it's true that he's screaming at them that way.
Well, I don't think it's
how
a
does he
big
not get
surprise.
involved?
I don't think it's one of these things that is a surprise. I think he's doing it.
Yeah.
And the other guy's yelling back
Is
at
it
him.
exaggerated a little bit? I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's exaggerated. I believe. And I'm trying to remember this whole scenario right here. So you go and do that back and forth, and you go and point out everyone's mistake. Because look at this, you're drinking. There's people not being served. The food, this, and look at the garnishes, and then go take a tour of the kitchen, and you see
dirty.
Cockroaches or a mouse.
Your beer cooler's warm.
Your beer system's not working, and you advertise the coldest beer, and she pours out 2 glasses of beer to get 1, and so they backs out and do. They come in, they read everyone the Riot Act, right? They read them in Riot Act.
Yep.
You got to do this. You got to do this. The kitchen has to be clean. Give a deep clean. They do a deep clean of the kitchen. Then they go and start talking about certain menu items and start redesigning menu. Just start doing specialty drinks, and then start training the bartenders and stuff like that. And they do this fucking thing where the guys, it's always a guy. The way they do it, they got to bring their shakers above their shoulders, right?
Yeah.
When they're shaking a drink, and they're shaking it, which I don't really understand why. Because if you can hold both, if you can lock the glass, you can shake it with one hand. You know, it's like jerking off. You don't use 2 hands.
I was going to say it takes a skilled person to use 2.
Yeah, the 2. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're only using a couple fingers.
Yeah,
so.
you know.
So they go and do this, and they teach them all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they do a cold opening, a cold opening, and they bring in 100 people at the same time.
Yeah.
That
when
is
was the last time you had 100 people walk into the catch at one time?
When
you get the buses,
Witches Ride, Bra Walk, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's never 100 people at the same time.
No.
They straggle in.
And they're coming.
They're coming. I've had 12 people come up to the bar one time at a bridal party, and that is quite a chore on its own.
It gets overwhelming.
When you got 12 people at one time come in, new people, and ordering at the same time. But if you get 80 to 100 people just coming in, ordering food, sitting at tables, doing that stuff, you're overwhelmed, and there's no way you're going to be able to handle it.
No.
There's always going to be a last person you're going to serve.
Yep.
They're going to be waiting around. How long have you been here? I've been here 15 minutes. Well, yeah, that's about right. Because obviously, if you came in like normal people, 3, 10, 5, 6, 7, 2, you know, they would have gotten taken care of. But you came in 80 people. And they're yelling at you back, we got to pick it up. There's people not doing here, they're not doing here. Oh, your food's not coming out. You're not doing this. And there's not, you fall behind. And you can tell the guys, the bartenders, aren't losing their cool, even though they're behind. Because I think the producers probably went up to them and say, listen, there's no fucking way you're going to be able to stay on top of this. I'd like to go to a bar where the bartenders they bring in, they train them, and I'd like to bring 20 people in and start ordering drinks from them. All fucking, you know, and give me, I want in old-fashioned, a bourbon old-fashioned. I want a Scissorac. I want
57 Chevy.
50, well, whatever drink there. Yeah, that's our local one.
Yeah, I know.
I want little beers. I want this. I want this. I want 5. I'm going to get 5 shots. 4 of them are different.
And can I sample everyone?
Yeah. And can I try a couple of your beers? And the guy's not going to be ready. Then the guy's not going to be here. I don't care. You're not going to be ready. So you're setting them up for failure on purpose. They know ahead of time. And then they come in and they give them the new POS system and simplify their bar menu,
yeah.
Make a couple drinks.
They
teach you one signature drink. One signature drink, which you should be able to do after a while. And you say, okay, now you're ready to go. And they open up. And then when they reopen after they finish at the end.
They're magically perfect.
They are, because they let people in, like 4 people, 4 people, 4 people, 4 people, 4 people, 4 people. Engage it in and get your place full. And they don't open it like fucking the barbaric hordes raiding into Rome. You know? They're all, they're coming in with, 50,000 people at one time. They're going to meter it in.
We went to lunch today, and our friend Noah is a bartender at Sundowners.
Mm-hmm.
And they, right before we walked in, there was probably...
Group of 10.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys who were, excuse me, on their way down to Key West.
Mm. So they're fucking drinking.
And
Yeah.
they're all ordering, like...
It was 6 Coronas and 4 or 5 Pina Coladas.
And a beer.
Oh, that's easy.
Coronas.
No, like in a regular beer, like in a something. There was like 10 of them.
Well, 5. I mean,
I don't know.
you
But
put the blender, you fill it up.
exactly.
I was impressed by how fast Noah made all of those pina coladas.
Oh yeah.
But of course, it's usually those.
Oasis machines.
Yeah.
He used a blender though, right?
Yeah.
His is like this weird blender where it just
Oasis.
drops the ice in and.
Oh,
does all
okay.
the
I
stuff.
use
the actual Oasis.
But he
machine.
had 2 of them going out once and made all these drinks and just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
right up on the bar. And he was like, those were his favorite kind of customers. Like real quick drinks. They go drink their drink.
Hell!
They come back.
If someone ordered 10 pina coladas, geez, I just keep on filling the blender. We have one blender.
You're right.
I can make 3 at a time. That's it. 3 at a time. But I just make them, boom, make the other drinks. Then you can only go when the drinks are blending. You do something else. You don't wait. You go and do something else.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
He was like double fisting the giant blenders.
Oh, that is good.
It was cool. I was like, that was impressive. He was sweating by the time he was done.
No
with the
food, no
animal.
nothing. Just came in, ordered, walked outside, drank their drinks, come in, paid, and left. He's like, those are my favorite ones.
Yep. And of course, they tip well because they're on vacation. Obviously, if I had to guess, I would think that group of 10 was probably from like Alabama by the accent that I could hear.
Oh, really?
But yeah, a bunch of them, and they were just like asking about the cool places to go in Key West, and they were just back in the truck and on their way.
Did you send
I said,
them all
the problem
the-
is by the time they get
all the gay
halfway
bars?
down.
Debbie's telling me like this. Is like, what you got to do is go to La Ti Da
Yo.
or Bourbon Street at around 10 o'clock at night.
I
Watch
figured
the
they were
drag
going to be
shows.
half hammered by the time they even got to Marathon because they were stopping to bar hop on the way down.
Were they in a bus or something?
No,
I
they
don't
were
know.
actually in. I saw one of them was in a big 4-door pickup, but like one of the groups of them. So it seemed like a bunch of them were just driving down
Oh, hell. Then they definitely probably drove all the way down from Alabama.
wherever
Yeah,
they
they-
were from. But
Be
Because otherwise they
came
would
from Ocala,
they would have
and I
taken a
just don't
van. If I went with a bunch of guys, you go with a van. You go, one guy gets.
Yeah,
one
you
guy
keep
says,
one guy sober for half the day.
Yeah, that's what we were talking
You
about.
know, so this person drinks for half a day, or drives for half a day and stays sober. The other half, somebody
Get down there
sobering
next
up.
time you're
Yeah.
driving.
Exactly.
That's easy. That's a sacrifice you do.
Yeah.
And then go
You
and
ran one of those big Ram cargo.
and
people
if you don't have a
carriers.
volunteer, you pay for the guy.
Yeah.
So listen, we'll pay for you. You don't drink on the way down. You don't drink on the way back.
Yeah. And we'll buy all your drinks in between.
Yeah. And we'll let you, when we won't say anything when you actually hit on the cross-dresser at the La Ti Da.
On a side note, my ass is wet. It's been raining in Key Largo today.
It is moist here.
Yes, it's
It is
moist.
certainly moist.
And the
My-
wind is.
We're in the
dying.
middle of rainy. We're in the beginning of the rainy season
Beginning, yes.
here, and it.
And it like monsoons for about 12 minutes, and
Yeah.
then it sprinkles for a little while, and then the sun comes back out, and then it usually gets hot, and then
The mosquitoes
and
come
then the
out.
mosquitoes
and all
come out.
that.
Yeah, I got to sit in the new truck and talk to Sprint customer service while I enjoyed a beer, and it monsooned on me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's supposedly a reality TV with the John Taffer there.
Yeah,
Well-
it's all scripted.
Yeah.
Everybody said that too. Even with one of the most popular reality shows out there, which is like the Kardashians, they're very
That's
scripted.
all scripted.
They're very scripted as well. They just want drama. Somebody has to cry at least
Yeah.
every episode just to keep people interested.
Well, and like the Ramsey show, his shows are probably very well scripted, but is he
Well, I don't know. He's kind of.
is
That's
he
ridiculous.
a douche like that in real life? Probably. Because he knows his shit and he wants to teach people properly.
Yep.
And you're calling yourself a top chef and you're throwing out shit like crazy,
Mhm.
crap. I could understand him, taking it to the heart.
yeah, well,
Trust me,
You're talking about the reality shows. There was one couple in this week, and they were talking about their house was rented. They were in Key West. Their house was rented for a TV show. Oh, they did a Hallmark movie. 2 weeks. They rented their house for $10,000 a week
oh wow,
while they were in it.
that would have been nice.
Yeah, when they were in it, and they when they said they had to sign a rental agreement.
Yeah.
When they came in, it said there was when they signed it, they didn't know what type of movie they were making.
Bound Chicken Wow Wow?
You know, it was a Hallmark movie. It turned out being a Hallmark movie. But I go like this. I said, well, I think I would have said Hallmark wouldn't have been enough. Just saying Hallmark, it could have been Hallmark with Hall and Mark separated.
Or
and that's
the
semantics.
female was a Hall and the
Yeah, or
dude
it could
was
be
Mark.
HAUL and MARC. So it's a Hallmark movie. I mean, what happens? You know, you have gay porn, straight porn,
Hey, listen,
whatever
for
it is.
$10,000 a week. Sure,
You're going to have a lot of
I'll
foreign
replace a
DNA.
couch and a bed.
You want all that foreign DNA floating around?
I can pay somebody $200 and something to come clean my house top to bottom for a $10,000 a week.
You know,
paycheck.
I don't care what you say. If they're throwing semen around and stuff like that, there's always going to be a little bit left over.
You know, I'm just saying, for 20 grand in 2 weeks.
20 grand, that's what they did. And there was another neighbor of mine who had their house rented down here. It was up in this area, actually, by Bloodline
No, okay.
for the whole shoot. That's where the main characters were working on it.
Gotcha.
Sissy Spacek and Sam Shepard. They were that was their house, and they were able to buy several properties with the money that they got from the rental firm. Okay, well, listen, we're at 42 minutes. I think we should take a break.
Yeah, we did 2 segues in that one.
Yeah, we did,
Yeah.
and I think it was pretty tight.
Yeah, but we stayed on topic for the most
Yeah,
part.
no, I was.
Yeah.
Well, tight means we stayed on topic. What do you mean? But we stayed on
We
topic.
sidetracked a little bit.
No, we did not sidetrack. I think we were right on the whole time. You guys were dead on the whole thing. We're not going to pound your ass about
Alrighty
giving us
then,
reviews.
mic drop
Giving
on
us
this
reviews.
one.
No, giving us reviews, but give us some reviews if you can.
Please, please.
We're going to be changing over to. I think you all notice our sound quality will be improving, and we're going to actually have more episodes coming ahead. This is episode 174, and I want to thank Tyler Kelly
Very welcome. Thank you guys for listening.
and Jenna Kelly
Jenna Kelly says, please leave us a review.
on
A positive.
yeah,
A positive
whatever
review.
positive review.
I mean, if you have a negative review, we just don't really bother.
You know
with
what?
that.
If you do have a negative review, send us the review,
Send
and
us-
we'll read it on air with a $20 bill, and I will read it.
Yep.
I will read it. And if you want to get descriptive, I swear to God, you send a $20 bill, we'll do it. We'll use it for. We'll put it into our booze thing.
Yeah.
And it's, you know,
and
if
that
you want,
$20 bill won't be coming.
if you want to
from
be as abusive,
iHeartRadio
if you
or-
want to be as abusive as you want, I will read it.
you know, you can abuse us.
But
We
then
can
if-
take it.
You know, if it's going to get that bad, then, you know, maybe a 50. You know.
That $20 is pretty much. If you're going to say what if you want to say it, then we're just reading it. It's
But
not.
you know, you
it's not like they're actually doing it to us.
You can give us some shit. We can take it.
Yeah, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
Send it to us,
Right.
and we'll have another episode coming to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, which is actually today
We're,
for
uh,
us.
Shush.
Wait.
Day late
Don't
to
give-
some, but a day early to others.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it was a day late.
And a
Okay.
day early for others.
Yep. Okay, 44
As
minutes.
the rain starts.
Here we go. Food. Yes.